Charles Fry Academic Center, the pulse and pride of Lancaster Bible College, it's LBC Tonight, starring Derek Bigley. Joining Derek tonight, cast members of the LBC musical, Mary Poppins, sight and sound actor, Bryson Buffington, and musical guest, Passing Pines. Also featuring the dudes with the groovy tunes, the Chunes, and your announcer, Prescott Haines. Now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your host, Derek Bigley.
Thank you guys. Thank you all so much for being here tonight, and thank you to everyone who's tuning in somewhere from home or somewhere on campus. Well, here we are. We're at the season finale of LBC Tonight. It's been a crazy run, to be sure, full of plenty of ups and downs. We've had to battle with some sort of technical difficulty or unforeseen issue every single week, but by God's grace, we've been able to get through every show and produce a full episode every week, despite the setbacks. Although I'm not sure we've actually released an episode on time yet. So maybe that's the goal for this show. Or maybe season 2. That would probably be more realistic. But anyways, tomorrow's Veterans Day, and we at LBC Tonight would like to personally thank all of the brave men and women who currently serve or who have served in the U.S. military. We are so thankful for the sacrifices you have made in your personal lives to ensure that we get to continue to experience the personal, organizational, and religious freedoms that we so often take for granted. So thank you to all of our veterans and those in active service. Well, I was talking with the Chunes this week, and we decided that seeing as this is our last show of the season, we wanted to take it up a notch with our opening number. So tonight, we will be performing a classic medley using only 4 chords. It's a well fact that many of our beloved pop artists over the decades have often lacked creativity in their songwriting, so we decided to explore just how true that really is. So this is going to be 4 chords, 1 chord progression. Let's give it a shot. And I decided to throw a guitar in here just for fun this week, because, you know, why not?
My life is brilliant, my love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure, and I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. If I could, then I would. I'd go wherever you would go. Can you feel the love tonight? And she will be loved, and she will be loved. Standing by you, waiting at your back door all this time. How could you not know? It's like baby, 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 oh, like baby, 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 no. Once upon a time I was falling in love, now I'm only falling apart. When a man loves you far, wherever you are, say my name, when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. Double time. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. Bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. Everyone knows I'm in over my head, over my head. I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I've started fighting for. Take on me.
No woman, no cry.
Take me on.
No woman, no cry.
I'll be gone in a day or 2. Gonna take a lot to drive me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do, and it's too late to apologize. it's too late. Singing out, bop, 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 doo up, doo da, bop, doo up, bop, bop, doo.
If I were a boy,
How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I wanna hold your hand. All the single ladies,
all the single ladies,
all the single ladies,
All the single ladies,
all the single ladies.
all the single ladies.
Now put your hands up. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Uptown girl, she's been living in her white bread world. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. And I will always love you. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep. Oh, come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear what I mean. At this moment, you mean everything. Not a thing in your face. There's not a thing that I would change. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, it's done. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Derek Bigley, and you're watching LBC Tonight.
Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We've got some fun things in store for you tonight. Our guests for this evening include the leads of LBC's upcoming musical, Mary Poppins. Yeah. Former LBC student and Sight and Sound actor, Bryson Buffington. And our musical guest this evening, none other than LBC Tonight bassist, Godfrey himself. That's right. It's going to be a fun show with lots of firsts, but it is the finale, and as such, we thought it only fitting to bring back an oldie as well, and what has been by far our most popular segment this season. That's right, folks. It's time for a segment we like to call Speculations.
Is it crazy how saying sentences backwards creates backwards sentences saying how crazy it is? Let me say that again.
Say it again.
Is it crazy how saying backwards sentences creates backwards sentences saying how crazy it is?
Mind blown. That's a good one. That's a deep thought right there. What font do people think in? I bet you think in Comic Sans, don't you?
Don't you dare say that.
You.
If the water cycle is in fact a cycle, how many people has the water I just drank been through?
That's nasty. I have thought about that before, and it's just, I mean, let's just hope it's quite a long cycle.
Yeah,
It's just kind
a
of
lot
gross.
of stuff is happening up there in the purification department. That, to make sure when it comes down, it's still not, okay, we're moving forward. Moving forward. Potty humor, okay.
If something is indescribable, how can we describe it as indescribable?
You can't.
Okay, is
It's
that what?
therefore described.
Right, exactly. So that just defeats the whole purpose then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If a cyclops closes his eyes quickly, is it called a blink or a wink?
Now that is a thought. I mean, because there's only one, so how do you...
You can't differentiate.
You know, a joke's not funny if you explain it, Preston, so sorry. If our legs bent the other way at the knee, what would chairs look like?
Like how? Like
How?
Like
How?
I don't understand. Like how?
But they don't, so we don't need to worry about it.
Yeah. What if there was another sense that we can't comprehend simply because we don't have the organ to detect it? Like we have like the five senses, like sight, like whatever. Like what if they like we
That-
just don't have the bodily function to
That's
like
deep.
we just don't even know.
We just don't know. There'd be no way of knowing.
We have no idea.
No idea. Maybe in heaven.
We'll have some idea.
We'll have some.
We'll have all of the ideas.
Well, folks, that's speculations. Coming up after the break, I'll be interviewing a few of the leads from LBC's upcoming spring musical, plus a special pre-film segment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to LBC Tonight. Now, early on in the season, the first week, in fact, we filmed a segment of Preston and I getting our hair cut. Now, these were no ordinary haircuts. They came from none other than LBC's own Keanu Kalirgos of Poppy's shop. Keanu, Poppy, is the official barber of LBC Tonight and has cut Preston and my hair before each show this season. Poppy's a very talented barber and just a really solid dude. He loves to cut hair because it gives him the chance to connect with people and have great conversations. Preston and I have had a lot of fun going each week, and our first visit was especially entertaining. Let's take a look at this clip.
All right.
Time for some haircuts.
I've never been down here before in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Hashtag commuter props.
True.
Should not be that hard. Literally like a
Yeah.
can. I'm trying to keep you with a healthy supply of health.
That's good.
All right, Bobby.
Okay. Oh yeah. This is so exciting. Preston.
Is it exciting or nerve-wracking?
No, it's exciting. I don't think there's anything to be nervous about.
Poppy's behavior in my English comp class last year kind of makes me scared about what he'll do to my hair.
Do you want a cape too? I mean,
I love a cape.
I'll put a cape around this
Yes.
door.
Give me matching.
First, what are we doing?
True. It's like we better start discussing what we're doing there.
What's so funny?
Just my hair is very important to me, and it's just being chopped off.
What?
Nothing. You're doing a fantastic.
He's a little overly attached to his hair because he used to have like shoulder length.
I know.
Oh yeah, but you saw that long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like.
I think he has
sometimes-
PTSD with his hair getting.
Yeah, cutting hair is a scary thing.
Sure.
That feels so interesting. I've never felt this cool in my life. What is this? Oh my gosh, it tickles so much. I am restraining Derek. I cannot wait for you to feel this. You're going to be like fidgeting beyond belief. Oh. It's like certain spots, like some places it's totally fine, and some like.
Oh, you're still pre haircut.
That like stung.
What was that?
The
Aftershave.
Oh!
What?
Never had that before.
No. Why would anyone want that?
Oh, look at Shire. Oh, it's so funny.
What?
Am I done, Poppy?
Yeah.
I am very happy with this cut. I'm excited.
Let's go.
Yes, I am thoroughly pleased.
Yeah, switch sides.
so much.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
All right, see you, Derek. I'll see you in like.
Alright, yeah, see you soon. If it's a thing, I feel like I could use less length in the back so that, because I style like this and it sticks up a little bit. So, okay, cool. Good. So I'm not
I can
not
clean
crazy.
that out for you.
Sweet. So now I have a plate and 6 screws in my collarbone, and yeah, so it's still like from a, again, not that most people see me with my shirt off, but from a distance, it looks basically normal.
The same feeling he was describing.
I like it. I don't know what he was talking about. I want the spray.
Okay.
I want to experience it. Alright, see you then.
Nice seeing you.
Mmm. Yeah, that
Got
feels
it.
great. Ah, sweet. Hey, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. It's fun.
Yeah.
See you next week.
See ya.
Our thanks to Poppy for the great haircuts the last few weeks and for letting us film that segment. His haircuts are only $5, and they are certainly better than the $30 haircut you'll get from Sport Clips right down the road. Speaking from personal experience here.
Can we do that?
I think we can. They're not going to see it.
Yeah, they're not gonna see it.
I'm going to see it. I'm going to show it to them now. But I'm just, yeah, it was not a good experience. But anyways, go hit up Poppy's shop for a cheap quality haircut. We promise you won't be disappointed. Well, we're not going to waste any time here tonight, so it's time for our first guest interview. Tonight's first set of guests are here representing the cast of LBC's upcoming production of the classic Broadway musical Mary Poppins, coming to the stage of the Good Shepherd Chapel Friday, January 19th. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alli McClune, Brayden Krikke, Sam Ingram, and Matthew Wilhelm. Welcome, guys. Thanks so much for coming on the show. I
thanks for
appreciate
having us.
Yeah, I mean, considering I messaged you like this week and asked you to come on, and I know you're all busy, so I appreciate it. So to start things off, why don't I have each of you tell everybody what roles you'll be playing in the show of Mary Poppins? So.
I am Mary Poppins.
Hey, look at that.
I'm Bert.
Bert.
I'm Mrs. Banks.
And I'll be Mr. Banks.
That's great. Now, I'd like to pose a challenge to you guys. Could you give me a brief 3-word character analysis of each of your characters? So can you describe your character in 3 words? And we'll start with Alli.
Okay, so Mary Poppins is all-knowing. She is caring, but she's also snarky.
Good. And you threw a hyphen in there. I appreciate that.
I'd say Bert is friendly, energetic, and probably goofy.
Goofy. That's true. Yeah.
She's a mom, so she's motherly. She's determined and loyal.
That's good.
My acting teacher would probably kill me for using such general words, but distracted husband and father.
Yes, but that all entails so much, and I think that is a good depiction of who Mr. Banks is, because, and we'll get to more of that later. But, Alli, could you, now, everyone's familiar with this story. It's a classic Disney movie, and but just in case someone doesn't know the plot, could you give us a brief plot summary of what goes on in the show?
Yeah. So it starts out with a dysfunctional family, Mr. and Mrs. Banks, and then Jane and Michael Banks. And there's a lot of complicated family dynamics happening, and all their nannies keep walking out. So they're looking for another nanny. So Mary Poppins appears out of thin air, and she takes the kids under her wing, and she teaches them life stories, or life lessons, thank you. And she changes all the complications that are going on in their life around, and she teaches Mr. Banks what it is to be a good father, and eventually they end up not needing a nanny.
That's great. That's a good summary. And there will be flying involved in the show. Yes. So you get to fly.
I get to fly.
You seem kind of excited about that.
I'm so excited.
How are we gonna? Do we have a flying rig? Are we?
I think we're renting one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. That's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. So Matthew, back to the plot. Alli mentioned that Mary Poppins helps you to become a good father. Some would argue, although the show is called Mary Poppins, and Mary Poppins is the main character, that the story and the progression of the story is really about Mr. Banks and his character unfolding. Could you speak to that a little bit?
I would say it's not so much about Mr. Banks specifically, but about the Banks family. And it is called Mary Poppins because she's the one who instigates all the change that happens. But I think she really does it by bringing them closer together. Mr. Banks is very busy, very distracted at the beginning, and Mary Poppins, really just makes him see his children, really look at them, and makes him hear what they have to say. And I think that's what really changes him.
Yeah. That's great. Will we get to look forward to the beard on stage, or will you be clean shaven?
I don't know. I might give him like a lumberjack look or something. The idea is I don't know what they're going to want me to do with facial hair, so I'll give them as many options as possible.
I like it. That's good. That's great. Now, in addition to flying, there's also a good bit of tapping in this show. This is a big tap show. Bert, you're going to have to do quite a bit of tapping, I'm assuming.
Yes, I'm really excited.
Yeah, that's great. I can't wait to see it. Do you all know how to tap?
Yes.
No.
Okay, well, 50% isn't bad. But now, Alli, Preston was actually just telling me the other day how much he would love to learn how to tap.
All right.
And so would you be willing to teach us a quick combination?
I would love to.
Great. Okay, can we get our dance platform in? Preston, you're going to need to move your podium, and can we get the guys to move the stage in here? All right, great.
Ooh.
All right.
Nice. Preston, you can come on over for your dance lesson. That's great. All right, can we move it back towards the desk a little bit here? Great. Keep going. Nice. Oh, look at that. You have your taps on. How did you know?
I must have known.
Great. All right. So.
All right. So I'm going to teach you a few basic tap steps first.
Okay.
There's the toe. There's the heel.
There is.
There's flap.
Oh
Wait,
boy.
whoa.
Which is
Just your toe.
just the toe.
Perfect.
Nice.
There's a shuffle. Good. Just the toe.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Good. Stamp.
I like that one. So stamp, you keep your foot down.
Yeah.
And stomp, you lift it.
Exactly.
Okay. Are you tracking? This is
Wait.
high level stuff here.
Okay, you said stamp.
So stamp is down, stomp, you pick it up.
I feel like a stamp, like you like stamp, you don't like stamp.
Okay,
The
well,
stamp stays down.
Really? Oh, like afterwards, yeah.
Yeah,
Either you
yeah.
like pull up, yeah.
let's keep moving. All right, so what's next here?
So those are the basic tap dance moves.
Okay.
And you can basically do anything with that.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'm going to teach you a small combination.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to start with flap heel.
Okay.
Put your weight on it. Great.
Hey, I want to see you do this.
So you're going to do 8 of them in a circle. So you're going to do this.
Okay, cool. Would
Yeah?
you-
Okay.
All right, great, yeah. All right,
All right, so we got that done.
yeah, we got that.
So from there,
We're good. We got this.
That one's done.
one's done.
We mastered that
We
one.
mastered it. First try. Okay.
so now we're going to do flap, heel, step, and flap, heel, step.
I'm sorry, could you go step and boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. Good, yeah.
You good?
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't even try.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So now we're going to leap to this foot. Shuffle. So leap, shuffle, up, toe, and stomp.
Wait, how do you wait, do it again. Repeat.
Leap, shuffle, up, toe,
Toe,
stomp.
stomp. Just like that. All right, great.
All right, cool. So from there, you put your weight on this foot, with your heel on the ground. You spank your toe, step.
Spank the toe, okay.
So.
Okay, cool.
Step.
Step.
So
All
go to the
right.
other side. Step.
Wow, we sound so great. All right.
In unison.
Perfect. So let's go over that.
Okay.
So 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From that, heel, step,
Yep.
in. From that, heel, step, in. Now the fun part.
Yes. That wasn't it.
I had fun.
This is the last part.
Okay, last part.
So you step back, spank, heel, step, spank, heel, crossing.
Whoa. We're ready.
Yep. We pretty much are Mary
we-
Poppins at this point.
I feel like it.
Yep.
I think it's 8.
Yeah.
We're gonna hope it's 8.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Should we add
Let's
some
try
music
it.
to this? All right, great. Let's go a little.
Okay, here we go.
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're jiving. You're right. I'll let
Here we
you
go.
set the tone. Oh, this is fast.
Again. They didn't start singing yet. Go again.
Okay.
Ah, I forgot.
Just keep going, Allie. We need you. Oh, there it is. I don't remember learning this. What is this? Alli McClune, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Okay, so, well, there's things to look forward to in the show, and thankfully Preston and I will not be in it. But Alli, Brayden, Sam, Matthew, thank you so much for joining me on the show tonight. I can't wait to see the show in just a couple months. It's going to be great. So it's going to be a good one. Make sure you get your tickets to see LBC's production of Mary Poppins coming up in January. Tickets can be purchased at lbc.edu/events. Be sure to stick around. A special fall-themed interview coming up with Bryson Buffington after the break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Our second guest this evening was unable to make a live filming of the show because of his performance schedule at Sight and Sound. So, Oliver and I went road tripping on Tuesday to film a special off-campus segment and interview Bryson. Check it out. So we are on our way to go see The Miracle of Christmas at Sight and Sound, which I'm super excited to see. And we are going because my buddy Bryson Buffington, who is a former LBC student, is in the show. He started working at Sight and Sound as an actor in their latest production of Jonah, and he dropped out of LBC because he got hired to work there. And Bryson and I, we have quite a history together. We were freshman SGA representatives together, so that was a good time. We both enjoyed that. Not really, but that's okay. And in the process of being on the freshman SGA, we made a pretty classic video for the Spirit Week competition that we were pretty proud of. Lancaster County, a beautiful area known for its lush farmlands, shoe-fly pie, abundance of churches, and most of all, the Amish. Hey look, it's Amos Obadiah Zook. Hey Amos. But I'm glad to see that you know, what started as a lowly film project has now boosted Bryson into his career, and I'd like to take partial credit for that. We could go back and forth about that, but I think, you know, I'm at least partially responsible. But anyways, he's a pretty phenomenal actor and singer, and so I'm looking forward to seeing him in this show and seeing where he ends up after Sight and Sound. Oh, also my thanks to Bob McMichael for working his magic and making sure that we can film while we are in there, because normally they don't allow people to bring cameras in and film in a professional theater. But Bob came in clutch, and so hopefully we won't get in trouble for bringing a camera in. But so thanks, Bob. Thanks for that. Here we are.
All right. We'll be in section 301. Easiest way to get there is going to be that marker over there. Doors on the right-hand side. They'll show you where to go from there.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Gold. Speaking of gold. How's it going, man?
Oh, how's it going? What's up, Derek? What are you doing here?
We're filming a segment for the show.
Oh,
We're
nice.
interviewing Bryson.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so.
Awesome. All right, these seats are the 6th row up the steps there.
Awesome.
And then you just look for your seat numbers.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Awesome.
Good to see you.
Enjoy the show.
Thanks. Well, we're waiting for Bryson. Should be out soon. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, there he is. Hey. Yeah.
Thanks. Ah, good deal.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy it?
I did, yeah.
Good.
No, I think I caught you in a couple moments. And they're everyone's wearing beards. And
Yeah, it's hard to see with the facial hair and all that fun stuff.
But nice,
Good
yeah,
stuff.
super fun.
You want to go do an interview?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go talk.
Yeah, let's go talk.
Great.
Well, welcome. I see you changed as did I into our nice, comfy fall clothes.
Fall sweaters. This is the sweater that I wear when I want to be warm in fall and rustic, but still be comfortable. It's one of my better pieces of clothing. I get a lot of compliments on it, actually. Yeah.
We've got a little fire going in the fireplace. Yeah. They're treating you well here at Sight and Sound.
Sight and Sound
These dressing rooms.
Sight and Sound dressing rooms are
really
doing pretty well.
something. Wow. And so speaking of Sight and Sound, you were an LBC student.
I was.
You have not yet graduated from
No,
LBC
not quite yet.
because you were offered a job while still an LBC student.
Yeah, contract.
So tell us how all that kind of came about.
Well, mid-January this year, I was contacted by one of the directors at Sight and Sound, the director of Jonah, and he, long story short, over the course of about a week and a half, offered me a role at Sight and Sound, and I took the decision pretty seriously. There's a lot to think about and consider. I was close to graduating, and I was trying to decide, do I just go ahead and finish up now and then pursue these kind of opportunities, or do I want to take this opportunity, as it's been given to me now?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got to experience every actor's dream of getting offered a contract while still in school, so that's pretty fun.
Yeah, so I felt really blessed, and it's been a really interesting experience the whole time. I've learned so much. I feel like I've learned a lot about not just about theater and acting and that kind of thing, but also just life in general and about myself, which has been a lot of fun.
Do you have any plans to return to LBC to finish your degree, or what? Or is that kind of all just?
No, I do.
Okay.
Absolutely. I put in insane amounts of money and effort and time into getting the degree that I signed up for, and so with so little to go until I would have achieved that goal, it would be foolish to not return. So when that will be, I am not totally sure. But I'm open to the Lord's leading in that way. But I am confident that I will return at some point.
Well, and you and I have had quite a history over the last couple of years at LBC, and
it's true.
Starting off as freshmen together, and as such, we created a video.
That video was golden. I think about that every once in a while.
Yeah.
I think the most recent time that I thought about that was Halloween. Getting dressed up in a costume. I thought about that.
Because you were in the full Amish garb.
Well,
standing out in fields and
doing the whole gamut.
Everything.
Doing it all.
Yeah.
What a fun little ditty that was.
That was fun. Man, Spirit Week. That was a good time.
Oh.
But I was happy for you when you got the contract. I was super excited for you, and I'm really enjoying seeing you thrive at Sight and Sound and thrive as an actor, as a performer, and as a person, and everything that you're learning. And so that's exciting for me as your friend, and to see you doing what the Lord has for you. And so I would love for you to be back at LBC next semester before I finish, but that may or may not happen. But I'm sure you'll finish it out, and
absolutely.
And then we'll see where God takes you after that.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Bryce. Thanks for getting me tickets to your show.
No problem.
And thanks for doing this special fall-themed interview with me
in my dressing room.
In your dressing room, yes. And with our tea, the fire, sweaters.
Absolutely.
It's been a good time.
Fall is
welcoming in the season.
Absolutely. Welcome,
yes.
Fall. Welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Bryson.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of fun putting that segment together, and a special thank you to Ollie for putting in extra hours with me this week to film and edit all that content. And Bob is actually in the house tonight, so thank you, Bob, for helping us out with that endeavor. My thanks to Bryson also for getting us in to see the show and for taking the time to sit down with me and enjoy a nice autumnal fireside chat. We've got one more interview and a live performance still to come. It's Ty Godfrey and Adam Hostetter of Passing Pines after the break. We'll be right back. Our final guests this evening are a duo from Lancaster County consisting of our very own Ty Godfrey and his songwriting partner Adam Hostetter. They released their first EP last fall and have spent the last year playing shows around the area. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Passing Pines. Wow, good job, guys. You survived without
You guys,
Ty.
you got a great band on this show.
Yeah. Welcome, guys. So tell me a little bit about Passing Pines and where that name came from, the history of your band, let's start with how you guys know each other.
Way back when.
Way back when.
All right, so.
Is that too hard of a question?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Let's see, that's middle school, like 7th grade. I think we were in the same class in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And then really became friends in 7th grade, so it's like, what? It's like
Way
8+ years and counting, which is awesome. Yeah.
That's great. So when did you guys decide to form, would you call it a band? Do you call it a duo, a project?
Probably. It's kind of love at first sight, I think.
Okay. Wait, are you talking about with the music or with me?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
The project?
Yeah, Passing Pines project.
I guess you could say we're like the songwriting duo or the core duo of the project, but we've played shows with different people.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. And so when did you put this project together, and tell me about the name Passing Pines and where that came from?
All right. I guess this is.
Don't all speak at
we
once.
Don't know.
Go for it.
I'll talk first.
Okay.
So I guess we've been playing together since high school, probably. Like pretty continuously, playing at different camps and things together. So then I've always been writing songs, so it was just a natural matter of, hey Adam, I wrote this song. And as we did it more consistently, he was the one, you were probably the one who pushed me to say, all right, let's really finish a few of these, and then let's see if we can go play out and around. And that's when that started, probably.
Yeah.
Around the time we started college, so like 3 years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. And Adam, do you want to speak to the Passing Pines name and where that came from?
You were the genius behind that, man. Different meanings.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. You really cared about a name. Like, we wanted to have, I just remember, like, way back when, sitting around at my house one day, like, trying to make a list of band names. And that never goes well.
Right, no.
Never.
Been there.
So then, just one day, but we knew there was something about natural imagery that showed up a lot in my lyrics. So just, naturally, it should show up in the name, too. So just Passing Pines came. Alliteration is a great thing.
True.
I love it. So Passing Pines itself actually has 3 meanings.
Okay.
And it's kind of like about our identity. So we consider ourselves like we are the Passing Pines. And in that situation, the pine represents like this tree. We're this tree that's growing and learning, as we walk through life, passing by through life. And then Passing Pines, like imagine yourself driving down a road, passing by like this pine forest. And it's a beautiful sight to see. So like that comes out in the music of like we're trying to point people to what are like the wonderful, what are beautiful, thoughtful things to think about, and like direct people's attention towards those things. And then the third is like the music is this pine, this beautiful thing that we are passing out. So it's like we are the Passing Pines, we're passing by pines, and we're passing out pines. And the pine is this...
Everyone gets a pine.
Exactly.
There's a pine for you. Yeah. That's great. No, I love that. I love how deep rooted
That's why
that
I don't try and explain it.
Deep rooted that meaning is. Right, good. That's great. So you guys released your EP. Was that was just last fall, correct?
Actually, January of this year. Yeah, we worked on it over the fall, starting in August and over the fall.
When I interviewed on the radio show, I think I got a sneak peek.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Things. Yeah.
The single.
So nice. That's great. And so, what does the last year look like? Have you been gigging out in the area and playing that EP basically?
Yeah. This is we've never. This is thank you because this is our first interview, as you can tell with the both of us. So
yeah, it's a good dynamic.
Yeah. So, anyways.
So I thought this was a radio show. That's what I thought this was. I didn't know this
Adam's
was a
still
TV
kind of in shock because he rolled in thinking this was still the big show.
The big show.
Crazy.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So
that's fantastic.
Anyways, so yeah,
we've been playing around a little bit.
We have. This is definitely more of an off season.
Okay.
As far as after our main gig has been like the chill coffee shop.
Right.
Sometimes background, sometimes people are listening, sometimes you're talking a little bit about the songs.
Okay.
But then, so that was from January through the summer, and then it kind of all culminated in August. We played a show downstairs in the Ann Sibben room at Tellus 360 with a few other local artists. And that was first time the EP had been played with a full band. Okay. So that was awesome. Great experience to share all those songs, even like new, unreleased
songs. And
Jake
Ritchie played.
Jake Ritchie played, who was on a couple weeks ago. So yeah, since then we haven't done anything, but we're like weaning our way back in and doing a 3-hour set down at the Speckled Hen coffee shop.
Yeah.
Hip new place down in Strasbourg. So we'll be there next Friday night, the 17th.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's great. So tell us a little bit about the song that you're going to be playing live for us tonight.
All right. This song kind of came from our roots. A lot of our relationship goes way beyond the music. Like we spent so many conversations over a breakfast table on things. So we're going to play the song New York tonight. And it actually came from our senior trip at the end of senior year of high school. Taking a bus trip to New York City with a bunch of schoolmates. And we just had like an awful day. It was a lot of our first, not everyone, but like the group of us kind of did. It was our first time there. So first of all, we got there, it was rainy, dreary, it's like cloudy day, drizzling. And So we get there and we're like, where should we go? So we all, Lancaster County boys, make a beeline straight to Central Park. We're like, the high rises, this, that, it's too much. So we go straight to, the calm Central Park, hang out for a little bit. Worst part of the day was when we got hustled in Times Square by like these the mixtape guys, hey man, you want to buy? But what happened was, Adam was the only one who didn't lose any money. And he was watching us, wise Adam, watching us from the outside looking in. Just, what was it like from your perspective?
I couldn't save you guys. Yeah, I wanted to, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. A bunch of guys just kind of pounced on us, but
somebody lost like $40.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, so on the bus trip home, we were talking about this whole experience, talking about like, is there greed there? Is there consumerism there? Like the busy, fast pace of the city, is that healthy for, a whole kind of way of living? So.
We passed all the ruins as we were driving out too.
Yeah.
Saw a bunch of the
There's like
stuff.
what used to be industrial is just kind of all run down now. So there's just like a whole there seems like to be some unhealthy things going on, which then the twist that you'll hear in the song is that all that stuff, the greed, the consumerism, the brokenness is present also in my heart, in our hearts. So like at the end of the song, the line is, I need a central part like Central Park. New York looks like my heart. So like just seeing that city is a big metaphor for what goes on in our hearts and how we need that green space and that space for rest and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's so great. Well, I love that song. I got to hear it last year, and so I'm looking forward to all of you getting to hear it tonight. So I'm going to let you guys get ready, get all set up to do that. And when we come back, Passing Pines playing one of their original songs. You will not want to miss this. We'll be right back.
The busy grayscale heart is beating. My busy grayscale heart is bleeding. I befriend the sights and sounds. Oh, my skin encapsulates this town. This town. commerce turns the common city cold. I'm captured by the lights and stores. My feet have known these streets before. Mindless commerce turns my common city cold. And I sing, lust and greed, and things for me. Things for me. I need a Central Park, like Central Park. I need a Central Park, like Central Park. New York looks like my heart. I need a Central Park, like Central Park. I need a Central Park, like Central Park. New York looks like my heart. Now I see lust and greed replaced with inside of me.
Passing Pines, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, guys. I love your music. I love it. So good. It's great. Well, my thanks also to the cast of Mary Poppins and to Bryson for joining us on the show tonight. And thank you all for being here tonight. And thank you to everyone who has supported LBC Tonight in one way or another this semester. Thank you so much to my team. I love you guys. And Lindsey, can you join me out here, please? My producer, Lindsey Horning, ladies and gentlemen. That's all for season 1 of LBC Tonight. Thank you for your support. Stay tuned for a potential season 2. But until then, have a great rest of your year and enjoy the holiday season. For the last time, I'm your host, Derek Bigley.
And I'm Lindsey Horning.
And you've been watching LBC Tonight. Have a great weekend, everyone.
That's a wrap.